I'm going to be spending the next 100 hours learning everything I can about Blender. I'm going to be going through a few tutorials and then at the end try to create something completely from scratch without any tutorials or any help. So let's see how it goes. So the first tutorial we're going to go through is Blender Guru's beginner donut tutorial, which sounds like it's aimed at beginners, starting right from the start, complete noob. Let's see if we can make a donut. I think you can probably tell I am a complete beginner at this because it just doesn't look great. But, you know, we'll keep going. So I've been working on this donut for like 4 hours now, and this is what I've got so far. I've still got like 8 parts of the tutorial to go to like get it to work properly and get it to animate and move and actually look like a proper donut. But I think so far it's looking pretty cool. It's a full-on donut. Pretty crazy. But yeah, I started this way too late. It's now like 10 o'clock at night and I'm tired. So we're going to be continuing on in the morning. Day number 2. I'm starting way later than I would have liked to, but let's finish this donut. So that's it. The whole donut is done, and this is what we got. But we've still got 90 hours left, so I'm going to be spending a bit of time trying to find another good tutorial. I sort of want to learn how to make like buildings and stuff, so I think that'd be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind learning how to make like 3D logos and stuff like that. So yeah. On to the next one. Day number 3. So for this next tutorial, we're going to be doing this cyberpunk building by Polygon Runaway. I want to learn how to do like cool buildings and stuff, so thought this one was perfect. Let's do it. Dude in this tutorial works so fast. My little building come along pretty good, you know? So that was like another 4 hours of Blender. Still got like another 86 to go. I'm just realizing that this video is going to take me a lot longer to film than I thought. I really underestimated how long 100 hours actually is. I was like, oh no, it's only 4 days. But no, it's 4 days if I was doing Blender 24 hours a day. But this is what we've got with our cyberpunk building. So it's like 4 days later now. I got busy doing a bunch of other stuff, but also spent a lot of time just going through tutorials and sort of just messing around in Blender, figuring out what I want to make for this next final project. I didn't record any of it because it would have just been pretty boring, just messing around, not really anything valuable. But we've now got like 72 hours left, so we're going to spend the rest of this time building like a crazy like sci-fi cyberpunk sort of city scene. Let's get to it. So I just did like a bunch of work on the scene and just realized I was not recording. So this is what our scene is looking like so far. It's I've got the windows glowing. I added in a new little building and then I animated the scene, which I think is pretty cool. But you guys didn't get to see any of the progress. So yeah. Hopefully I won't forget to start recording again. That was a couple of hours of, animating and making the new building, and you guys didn't get to see any of the progress. So yeah, let's get back to it.
Well, I've been told that you can make the mold of what you want to be, so I stay true to me. Well, I've been told that you can make the mold of what you want to be, so I stay true to me.
So our scene's looking pretty cool, but it's basically just buildings and stuff. Like, there's nothing super interesting about it. So I think I'm gonna try make like a spaceship. I don't know how this is gonna go because I'm just gonna try make it and see what happens. But I think it could be cool. Yeah, let's see how it goes.
Well, I've been told that you can make the mold of what you want to be, so I stay true to me. Oh, well, I've been told that you can make the mold of what you want to be, so I stay true to me.
It's now day number 8 of this 100-hour challenge. We got like 60 or so hours left. We got heaps of work to do left on the scene. I've decided to add in a bunch of characters and a bunch of like cool miscellaneous stuff. So let's get to it. First, we're gonna pick some characters that I found on a site called Mixamo. It's a site by Adobe where you can get free characters and stuff. So I think that would be perfect for the scene. Let's do it. So I've decided I've got to add like a lot more detail into the scene because it looks cool, but I want to learn some more stuff. I want to make it look awesome. And what I'm doing so far just isn't adding enough detail for me. So I've deleted a bunch of this building. I'm going to make it more of like a shop front sort of look, which I think could be really cool. I'm just going to delete this whole building and start completely fresh with something new, build it right up from the ground. I think that's probably a better idea than trying to redo this building while it's got like already all the materials and stuff on it, because yeah, this one doesn't look great how it is. So we're gonna completely redo it and make a completely new one, which I think is the best way to go about it. So right here, the audio was so bad and my microphone was clipping so much that the audio was basically unusable. So you get a voiceover. Basically, the scene was getting so big and so complicated that my computer just couldn't handle it anymore. So what I decided to do was just render the scene and stop right here. And then we'll move on to the next one. So this scene's been rendering for like 4 hours now, and we're just over halfway through. It's at frame 146 of 250, and it's taking just over 2 minutes per frame to render, which add that all up, it's over 500 minutes to render the whole scene. So we're not going to be able to do anything more on this scene, just because if I do, it's going to add more render times, and then it's going to just take up the whole 100 hours. And I want to learn some more stuff. So we're going to be moving on to our next project. And the project I've decided to do is like a 3D intro for my YouTube videos, because my intro for my YouTube videos sucks at the moment. I just want like a quick like 5-second intro with my logo, but something that's visually cool, because yeah, the one at the moment is just like a template that I found on YouTube, and yeah, it sort of sucks. Now, thanks to a bit of movie magic, let's have a look at our final sci-fi scene. The past 24 hours have been super fucking annoying. I ended up having to render that scene 3 separate times. First time it rendered, I accidentally had motion blur on. So when it zoomed through the scene, everything was blurry and you couldn't see any of the detail. So I went back in, changed up a few settings, and I thought I'd change up the lighting to try and make it a bit better. But turns out, because Blender was being so laggy, my render mode wasn't updating properly. So I sort of just guessed, I changed a few settings a bit, and then after it rendered, 8 hours later, it was all washed out and looked like shit. Then I had to do it again. So about 25, 26 hours of rendering just to get that one final scene. So we've now got like 29 hours left, and yeah, we're gonna make a 3D logo. Don't exactly know what I want to do yet, but I think I'll probably do like an old school TV, like a glitch effect and my logo in it, and yeah, I think that could be pretty cool. Whether I use it or not, who knows? But I think it could be pretty cool. So yeah, let's get into it.
Well, I've been told that you can make the mold of what you want to be. So I stay true to me. Oh, well, I've been told that you can make the mold of what you want to be. So I stay true to me.
So I decided to move away from the 3D intro. I might still do it, but I think I'm just going to design like a full room, like YouTube setup sort of thing. And then I can add a green screen, and in Premiere, I can make it zoom in and it'll be my intro there, like my logo with the glitch effects and everything. I think that'd be really cool. Whether I use it as an intro or not, I think it'll be a cool experience to actually do something like this. So yeah, let's get going with it.
Well, I've been told that you can make the mold of what you want to be. So I stay true to me. Oh, well, I've been told that you can make the mold of what you want to be. So I stay true to me.
So I just finished up working on the scene and my computer and my SSD is fully out of storage, because when you have 80 hours of like 4K footage, it takes up a lot of space. I can't delete footage because I have to edit. So yeah, we're gonna have to cut the challenge a bit short, unfortunately, which sort of sucks. I wanted to do the whole 100 hours, but you know, we're gonna name the video 100 hours doing Blender anyway, because yeah, it's YouTube. So yeah, sorry about that. But regardless of that, I learned so much stuff about Blender. It's a super fun software, and you know, if you're looking to get into 3D art, I would highly recommend checking it out. But anyway, before we look at the final scene, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. I had so much fun learning Blender this past 80 hours or so. And if you want to see more of this type of content, let me know down below. But again, thank you so much, and let's have a look at the final scene.